to do is change the blood type before Palmer sees it.
How are you going to know how to alter it?
I've done my homework.
Well, we don't even know my blood type.
Yeah, well, I have the possibilities mapped out.
Well, it's going to take a miracle.
It is going to take a little teamwork. If you would stop being defeatist long enough to help me out.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Cynthia. Andrew.
Morning, sir.
Palmer? Coffee?
Yes, I could use something to pick me up.
You do look a bit haggard.
Well, I had a rather sleepless night. This whole thing has me tied up in knots. Can't wait for it to get settled.
Forgive me for sounding unsympathetic, but you brought it on yourself by not trusting us.
Mother, you cannot blame Mr. Cortland after all the things that Ross has said.
If anybody should understand Ross's cruelty, it's Mr. Cortland, having been victimized by it himself.
Let's not get into that, Cynthia.
I think it's important for Andrew to maintain a proper perspective. I don't like him being hurt by all of this.
Well, you don't have to worry. I realize that any man that is cruel enough to deny his own father certainly is cruel enough to deny his own son.
By the way, Andrew, I have your blood type.
Oh, what is it?
It's AB negative. Quite a rare type, so I'm told.
Oh, well, what does that mean?
Well, your mother tells me that her type is B negative, also not so common.
Well, there's nothing common about Mother.
Thank you, darling.
Well, in any case, since you're both so rare, it should help to nail down who your father could be or could not be.
There is, of course, an outside chance that Chase's blood type could match Andrew's, even though Chase is not his father.
Yes, that's possible. Let us hope that Chase is not Andrew's father.
And let us hope that the records that are coming will be proof positive of that, and we can get out of this absurd situation.
Sir, I wanted your opinion on something. I was wondering if you might go for a ride with me. There's some strange noise coming from my engine.
What is it, a rattle?
Really, it's more of a ping than a rattle.
Well, why don't you take it to the garage? I'm going for a walk.
Good, I'll go with you. That is, if you don't mind, Mother.
No, darling, it's fine. I have oodles to do this morning. Run along.
Oh, Mrs. Preston, cook's just taken some cranberry muffins out of the oven. Would you like some to go with your coffee?
No, thank you.
Excuse me? Yes.
Delivery from Mount Zion Hospital.
Oh, haven't got my eyes. Where do I sign?
Right there on the third line. Thank you.
You're welcome, thank you. You happen to know where Mr. Cortland is?
He's walking with my son. He'll be back shortly.
I guess I can... Oh, that's long.
Mrs. M, about those cranberry muffins.
Yeah.
I can't seem to get them off my mind. I think they'd be a great idea. Would you mind?
Not at all. I'll bring enough for everybody to have some.
Thank you very much. That's very kind of you.
All My Children will continue in a moment.
Palmer, you had a delivery earlier. I signed for it.
Where is it? Where is it?
I ate it.
Oh,
It's on the desk.
All right. Get up, get up. What is this thing? There. Oh, positive.
What does that mean?
That means there is no way that Chase Preston could be Andrew's father.
Oh, thank heaven you're finally satisfied.
There's just one more thing that I want.
What?
I want Ross to accept that Andrew is his son.
Ross is never going to accept that. Haven't we already been through this?
Well, he will if I get the final proof.
What do you mean the final proof? Why isn't that the final proof?
Now listen, don't mistake me. I am absolutely delighted with this. Ross could say that this is just half the picture.
Oh, who cares what Ross says?
I care. He goes around saying that Chase Preston is Andrew's father and not his. I want him to eat those words.
How are you going to make him eat those words when he won't even give you his blood type?
Well, that's probably because he's afraid.
Well, let's let it rest at that, Palmer.
No. Now that I'm this close, I'm not going to wait until I get final satisfaction.
You are never going to get final satisfaction from Ross. He is a very stubborn man.
So am I.
Where are you going?
I'm going to get Ross's blood type if it's the last thing I do.
How much do I have to take? Where did Palmer go? And what is he doing? Pediatric conference in room 301, starting at 5 p.m.
Sorry, no non-hospital personnel allowed in here.
Well, I'm not personnel. I'm Palmer Cortland. I'm on the board of this hospital.
Oh, yes. As well. How do you do? I have to stick to the rules.
What's your name?
Darrell. Darrell Hoyt.
Darrell Hoyt. Well, as board member, I hire top personnel. I'm also in a position to fire anybody. Do you understand?
I take my instructions from Mrs. Cutler. She's head of records.
Yeah, she's on vacation also.
Her rules are very strict about unauthorized access.
I just want to get some information about myself and
All
stuff.
right, fine. If you just give me a requisition, I'll be happy to get it out for you.
See, I can do it myself.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't allow you to go into these files by yourself.
See, Joe Martin knows that I'm down here.
Dr. Martin.
Mm-hmm. I have his okay. If you excuse me.
Palmer, what are you doing down here?
Never mind. I got what I was looking for.